Tracy, you do know that Googling yourself means looking yourself up on the internet.
I did not know that.
It's only human nature to be curious about how your peers perceive you, but when you're a celeb, finding out what others say behind your back is a breeze, and it's all thanks to a little gem called Google. Undeniably, it's not healthy for anyone's sanity to read up on unwanted opinions, so right now, let's talk about those 10 celebs who have Googled themselves right here on Listed. And who could be better fitted to kick off this list than social media royalty herself, Kim Kardashian. However, Kim goes a step farther than just snooping around Google like other celebs. She actually has Google alerts set for her name. Back in 2012, paparazzi caught a snap of Kim carrying her BlackBerry with the screen reading Google Alerts Kim Kardashian. Some might say it's vain, but when the whole world is trying to keep up with the Kardashians, can we really shame Kim for wanting to be up to date about any new possible rumors? The next star on our list only frequents the tabloids for her phenomenal album sales and her numerous Grammy Awards, but the talented Adele is still guilty of Googling herself. She claims it's purely for amusement sakes and even said she uses Google as a tool to avoid making any negative headlines. So rather than going out to let loose on the weekends, Adele says she stays home, watching a movie and Googling herself. Robert Downey Jr. actually doesn't find it shameful at all to Google himself. Matter of fact, he thinks it's quite fun. He even admitted he thinks, in his words, that it is a hoot. He also mentioned that although some fans dramatizing their supports are okay, others are there to do some serious character damage. Still with good humor, as always, Robert thinks even the worst claims about him online are cynically accurate and finds joy in looking himself up from time to time.
I hear you love Googling.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you Google yourself?
I don't want to say.
Okay.
Most stars Google their names to see what others are saying about them, but Selena Gomez uses her pap shots as her virtual fashion storage space. In an interview, Selena said she uses Google as a tool to instantly recall her past fashion choices. However, the singer did admit to the downsides of this by cringing at some of her worst graphic tee fishnet combo outfit choices. Hey, we've all been there.
What's one fashion trend that you've tried that you regret the most?
Shoulder pads.
What's one fashion trend you hope will never ever come back?
Shoulder pads.
On the contrary, some stars use Google as a means to confront her haters. And if anyone, Tina Fey is the right type of lady to accomplish such a task. Because with her charm and humor, it's impossible to hate her, right? Even when she's calling you out. When she won a Golden Globe Award back in 2009, she gave a shout out to some handles that belong to her haters so that they can, quote, suck it. Hey, honesty is always the best policy.
Babson Lacrosse, you can suck it. Diane fan, you can suck it. Cougar letter, you can really suck it, because it's all year, you've been after me all year.
As we've seen celebs have feelings just like us, and with all the doubters and non-believers online, it gets hard for them too, which is why in times of despair, Katy Perry admitted to not only Googling herself, but Googling hot photos of herself. After posting 2 goofy photos on Instagram of herself looking not so glammed up, she combated her insecurities by posting a follow-up picture that was a screenshot of a Google image search reading Katy Perry hot. Talk about a crafty confidence booster, especially in times like this.
Katy Perry has a voice that reminds me of balls covered in glass sliding down my throat. Nice guy.
When it comes to sarcastically hilarious stars, we cannot leave out Jennifer Lawrence. Other than aiming to be the most relatable star on the market, she also works towards being likable in other ways. She said during an interview that she finds it difficult to say anything now because she can already see how easily her words can get twisted. She said the worries and the negativity stemmed as the result of her Googling herself.
Jennifer Lawrence, I can eat that whole pizza. There was a headline once that said, look how much pizza Jennifer Lawrence ate, because they were standing outside my friend's house and we were with multiple people.
Former Twilight star Robert Pattinson also admitted to using Google to seek out any backlash or negative reactions from the public. He said he mainly uses Google for damage control, so that way if he regrets what he had said in the past, he can read the backlash and take the appropriate cautions. But undying curiosity is the reason why Emma Stone finds herself in the predicament of Googling her name even if she knows that she won't like what she finds. Emma stated that she typically sees comments that call her a bland, basic B word, and although the intentions were obviously cruel, she says she still finds the phrase hilarious and even sometimes refers to herself as the mentioned name during dinner. But the real question is, how many basic girls do you know who've won an Oscar?
What's the funniest thing you've ever read about yourself on the internet?
Oh, I once read that I look like a fish inside of a chicken smoking a cigarette, which is, I mean,
I see the resemblance.
it's uncanny.
As an ending to our list, we have more of a serious issue that arose with one Googling herself. Blake Lively says she is guilty of looking herself up online, but mentions how doing so in the past has ended in full depression. During an interview, Blake said, as a good guideline to keep, it probably is wise not to Google yourself because people can be very harsh. I suppose this serves as a reminder that all of us should be kinder to one another, including celebs, on and offline.
I have before, and it's just ended in full depression. So I think it's a good rule of thumb not to Google yourself, because the internet is not nice.
This wraps up our list of celebs who are guilty of Googling themselves. So right now, I want to ask you guys, which celeb reaction were you most surprised with? And do you think you'd ever find yourself guilty of doing the same? Let me know in the comments below, and after that, don't forget to click right here to see a few cringeworthy celebs red carpet interviews. Thanks so much for hanging out with me right here on Clevver News. I'm Jackie Idenisi. See you next time.